שלום לכולם ישראלים במזרח התיכון ובכל האחרים המין. זה אסף בנמי, קריספין לוי, אשר מדבר איתכם, והעניין שלי לדבר המצוות של תורה, חוקים ומשפטים אשר יוצאו מרבי יהוה. Shalom to all Israelites in the Middle East, in Brazil, in other nations, and the aim of my conversation or my preaching is to teach the Torah, the eternal covenant. And I would like to invite you to make the research of the Torah, the Rukim ve'Mishpatim. And it's very important to note that the Torah is our life, and we must be careful with the religions that they don't take us to no one place. And just the Torah is our life, and we must be careful with that. And I would like to invite you to follow with me these important items of the Torah. We stopped in the item 196, and now we're going to item 197. Loans to brother must be without interest. Shemot, Exodus 22:25. Let's read it. Shemot 22 and 25. If you do lend silver to any of my people, the poor among you, you are not to be like one that lends on interest to him. Do not lay interest on him. Then we must not lend our money to our Israelite brother with interest. And we must help him, the poor, the wives, the fatherless, and firstly, you must send your contributions or to give your contribution to that one that preaches the Torah in your city or in another country. And this is very important because we can't abandon the Levite that it is in your doors. Well, loans to brother must be without interest. We can see that the banks, the financial banks, they flourish too much all over the world with interest, with high taxes, okay, to oppress the people, yes, in all countries. But the just one, like it's written in the Torah, the just one, and do not lend, just is compassive and gives to the poor, the orphan, the widows, and those that need him. Well, we're going to see in the oral law this item 197. Job, livro de Job, ou Job, chapter 31. 31, verses 16 to 8. Verse 16 to 8. Loans to brother must be without interest. Job, in the oral law, ou Torah Assaf Job, chapter 31, verses 16 to 18. If I have withheld the poor from pleasure, or caused the widow's eyes to fail, or eaten my piece of bread by myself, and the fatherless did not eat of it. But from my youth he grew up with me as with a father, and from my mother's womb I guided her. Let's read the 19. If I have seen anyone perish for lack of garments, or a poor one without covering, then we can see here a just man that was Job, a man that that guarded the Torah in his heart, and he seeked to live according to the Torah. And he helped the poor, he helped the widows, he helped the fatherless, he helped the orphans, he helped the foreigners. And because the just one has the Torah in their hearts. And it's very, very, very important to see that from a man who was a man that looked to live according to the Torah. And in these days, the Eternal One has been looking for men like Job, men like Abraham, Yitzhak, Yaakov, Yosef, that just concerns themselves with the Torah, men and women. And we can see here that the low ones to brother must be without interest. We can lend to our brothers or to our sister with interest, for afterwards to take from them the things, their things. Okay, like the banks did. Well, let's go to the Torah in the Yeshua's time, in his disciples' time. This item 197. Loans to brother must be without interest. Luca, ou Luke. Luca 14:13. But when you give a feast, invite poor ones, crippled ones, lame ones, blinded ones. When you make a feast, don't invite just your friends that they can retribute to you, but you just invite poor ones, crippled ones, lame ones, blinded ones, because the man in his heart just seeks to invite that one that can reward him. But these men, the crippled ones, the fatherless, the orphan, the widows, the Eternal will reward you if you invite them. Well, let's read yet Matthew 19, Matthew 19, 21. And Yahushua said to him, if you wish to be perfect, go, sell what you have, and give it to the poor, and you shall have a treasury in heaven, and come follow me. Then that man made a question to Yahushua, and he says, a good teacher, what good shall I do to have everlasting life? And Yahushua ordered him to keep the commandments. And he said, I have just observed all of them since my youth. But Yahushua said to him, just made one thing that is lacking to you. You sell everything that you have, and you follow me, and keeps the Torah, and you have a place in the Shema, in the Malchut HaShema. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Now, let's go to the item 198. Loans to the foreigners may be without interest. And the 197, loans to the our brothers, from the emunah, from the faith. And the 198, loans to the foreigner, may be without interest. Devarim 23:21. Devarim 23:21. Loans to the foreigner may be with interest. It's different. Devarim 23:21. When you make Devarim 198, loans to the foreigner may be with interest. Devarim 23:21. When you make a vow to Yahweh your Elohim, do not delay to pay it, for Yahweh your Elohim is certain requiring it of you, and shall be with you. 21. And 20:21. Let's read the 20. To a foreigner you lend at interest, but to your brother you do not lend at interest, so that Yahweh your Elohim might bless you in all that you put your hand to in the land which you are entering to possess. Then, to our brother, Israelite brother, the same emunah, we can't lend with interest, but you can lend with interest to the foreigners, to the stranger, that those ones that don't keep the commandments of the Torah. Let's read it in the oral law, the Torah Assaf Bereshit 31, Bereshit 31, 1-9. And he heard the words of Laban's son saying, Jacob has taken away all that was our father's, and from what belonged to our father he has made all this wealth. And Jacob would look at the face of Laban and see that it was not toward him as before. And Yahweh said to Yaakov, return to the land of your fathers and to your relatives, and I am with you. And Yaakov sent and called Rachel and Leah to the field to his flock, and said to them, I see your father's face, that is not toward me as before, but the Elohim of my father has been with me. And you know that I have served your father with all my strength. Yet your father has deceived me and changed my wage 10 times. But Elohim did not allow him to do evil to me. When he said this, they speculated on your wages. Then all the flocks bore speculated. And when he said this, they stricken all your wage. Then all the flocks bore stricken. So Elohim has taken away the livestock of your father and given them to me. We can see that Lavan was bad, and he searched to lead or to cheat Yaakov. And he cheated Yaakov several times. He borrowed the animals or the money to Yaakov with interest, and the Eternal One corrected him. And to finalize this item 198, to charge with interest from the idolaters. Matthew 25. We're almost finishing. Matthew 25. Matthew 25, from 24 to 29. And the one who had received the 1 talent also came and said, Master, I knew you to be a hard man, reaping where you have no sown, and gathering where you have not scattered seed. And being afraid, I went and hid your talent in the ground. See, you have what is yours. And his master answering said to him, You wicked and lazy servant, you knew that I reap where I have not sown, and gather where I have not scattered seed. Then you should have put my silver with the bankers, and at my coming I would have received back my own with interest. Therefore, take away the talent from him and give it to him who possesses 10 talents. And for to everyone who possesses, more shall be given, and he shall have overflowing. But from him who does not possess, even what he possesses shall be taken away. Well, may the Eternal One bless you and your family that have watched this preaching about the Torah, and the Eternal One opens your eyes and your mind to understand the Torah. Shalom lekulam yawai machem yad yom ramishik rabba zot rabracha shel asaf hazakim.